Hello everyone and welcome back to some more esports talk. We had a wild weekend over in the Halo scene as a lot of accusations were thrown out, as well as an official ruling by the HCS as it relates to the Sentinels and deciding if they were cheating or not. If you're unfamiliar with the situation, we did have someone like Snip3down breaking it down.
After the last online tournament and a few days before the online tournament, a lot of teams got together and accused Sentinels of cheating. It was a lot of the partner teams, and it wasn't cheating in any like hacking way. It was a cheating in a server way. For 3 days straight before the tournament and all throughout the tournament, every single server that Sentinels played on was a Seattle server. If you guys don't know, there's a thing called geo-filtering, which is a basic way that you can block out any server that gives you a ping over a certain amount. And people were accusing Royal2 of using a geo-filter because he's from Saskatchewan, Canada. But it doesn't matter if it screws Sentinel's other teammates. It was specifically for Royal2 to have a better connection to the server, basically.
So that is where things started last week, where we saw different teams accusing the Sentinels of cheating and asking the HCS to actually investigate into the situation. Well, then there was a competitive ruling, like I said, posted to Twitter. In this ruling, they said to investigate, the development team extensively reviewed server logs from all matches that Royal2 had played in Halo Infinite since November 15th, where they found that all US servers but one server in the US were missing from the server ping list, thus forcing all of Royal2's matches onto that server and creating an abnormally high ping for players in the affected matches. Therefore, the ruling was we have determined that the only plausible explanation for Royal2's telemetry data pattern referred to above is that there was a direct modification of files giving Royal2 an unfair competitive advantage during play. Because of that ruling, it says that there was a nullification of the Sentinels placement for the NA Open Series and NA Kickoff Qualifier, which includes the removal of HCS 4v4 points for all the members of Sentinels, and that they would be forfeiting the first place seed in pool play for the HCS Kickoff. Royal2 is going to be suspended until January 28th, and as a result, they're not able to play in pool play, and the rest of the team will only be allowed to play in the open bracket. And that is some huge stuff out there where we see that they decided that he was in fact guilty of using something that was giving him a competitive advantage. This seemed to be quite the surprise to many Sentinels members, as we saw someone like Snakebite find out live on stream.
HCS just tweeted something? For real? Let me go look. You guys trolling or are you serious? Competitive ruling. He's suspended. They didn't tell us. They just suspended. They just posted it to Twitter. No. Swear to God. Effective immediately, suspension of Royal2 from competitive until January 28th, 2022. As a result, Sentinels will be unable to field the full roster, unable to pool play. The rest will also compete in the open. Yeah, we're not going to be going, guys, just so you know. Like I said from the start of it, I didn't have a lot of confidence in them. You know, I knew from what we had that they weren't taking it seriously. And that's going to be something that is an issue, probably ongoing. When the people who are the judges are also the investigators, and they get to pick and choose what they do and what they think is real and what they want to look into, unfortunately you are kind of doomed from the beginning, aren't you? Nah, I mean, like, man, you guys know it's fucking bullshit. You guys know it's bullshit. It is what it is. Literally a fucking joke. And I'll be honest, it's gonna be a bigger issue now. So we'll see. We'll kind of see how shit plays out. It's the fact that they released it to the public first and the most pathetic part. Yep. But yeah, but we provide. They're saying that there's no way his ping could have been that way without geo-filtering, even though we provided the email that we believe could help explain it, and they wouldn't look at it. From my knowledge, they wouldn't look into it. I don't know the full details of the thing, so we'll see. But Lord help anyone who fucking competes in these online things.
We already see Snakebite firing back actually at the HCS, saying that it seemed as if they were doomed from the start and that it was bullcrap. So They definitely were not happy with this. They were not happy with finding out via Twitter instead of it being communicated directly to them, and it wasn't just Snakebite. We saw LethuL also take to Twitter saying my face when I read this HCS announcement, and then remember that Matt offered to send them his entire PC to look through for proof, and they denied it. As well as Frosty just posting to that announcement with a bunch of question marks, as well as saying never seen a team cheat but intentionally put themselves at a disadvantage because of it. Nice job over there, guys. We totally forced ourselves to play on a West server versus Cloud9, who's triple West. Makes total sense. Royal1 also responded saying, what a disgusting group of individuals involved in this process. Never have I seen such an unfair and unjust investigation process in my life. What a great way to treat your 2-time world championship team that has done so much for your franchise. You disgust me. As well as we live in a world where you can be accused of something you didn't do, show proof and evidence you didn't do it, fully comply with all the investigation, and then just have the investigator ignore all of your evidence and make their own decision. Disgusting. LethuL also seemingly confirming the same thing that Snakebite did, saying that they were not going to Raleigh, with LethuL saying we are 100% not going. Of course, as we know, the Sentinels are in fact going at this point, but that is a story that Jake will talk about more today. So it's crazy that we're in this position in Halo so soon. A lot of community members were kind of astounded by this entire thing and sad that it was already happening. Snip3down, who got incredibly involved in the entire thing because he had addressed it so early on, saying we all know how incredible the Sentinels roster is, and I truly believe this wasn't done to give a competitive advantage to the team, but for quality of life. HCS wouldn't make their decision without overwhelming evidence on their end. Regardless of past accomplishments, these standards apply to all. And then the first thing that Royal2 actually said to the entire situation to address it was in a tweet longer, with him confirming the entire situation. He says that he was experiencing extremely high ping with his central server, so he changed his settings to the West Coast, but failed to turn it off for the NA kickoff qualifier. While this was corrected before last night's Esports Arena tournament, I understand the issues my oversight caused for the qualifier. I truly did not realize the impact this decision would have, and for that I am deeply sorry and apologize to my fans and wish my teammates the best of luck in Raleigh. To me, it seems as if some of the teammates just didn't have the full picture and didn't fully understand what was going on there. I think probably the best response you could have if you're Royal2, just owning up to it and saying, yeah, I wish my team the best of luck. I'm sorry to my fans as well as my team, and like we'll go from there. And so a mature response overall, but a sucky situation, I have to say, for the Halo scene, for this sort of thing to be happening going into the first massive LAN that everyone was so excited about it. Like I said, Jake will be covering it in another video, but we get to see formal on the Sentinels roster, so I'm sure they will be filthy nonetheless, but we will have to see. Let me know what you guys think about this situation, and until next time, I'll catch you later.